Hello guys, TavHD here and welcome back to another video, and today we'll be taking a look at this. This is a 5th generation Apple AirPort Extreme. It came in the box of Apple accessories that I bought for £15, and today we are going to test this to see if it works. It's not in the best of condition, it is kind of yellowed, but if this works I should be able to sell it for £10 or £15 and make all my money back from that box of accessories just by selling this one thing. So today we're just going to take a look and see if it does work. Looking on the bottom here, it does say that this is copyright 2011, so this is about 10 years old now, but I am sure that these are still pretty capable at doing what they do. So we're just going to give it a bit of a test and maybe I'll be able to use it for something around the house. If not, I might just keep it around or I might sell it. It just depends on whether this works or not. I've also got my MacBook Pro here because I'm guessing we will need to go into the AirPort utility in macOS. So I guess the first thing to do is to plug this into power and connect it to the network. Okay, so I've plugged in an Ethernet cable. Here is the power cable. As soon as I plug this in, it should start to boot up. So let's now give it power, and there is now a green light on the front. It's now gone orange, so I'm guessing the next step is to look in the AirPort utility. There is a button on the back which looks like it could be a reset button, so we might need to use that if I can't find it on the network. Okay, so here's my MacBook Pro. Let's open up the AirPort utility, and it has found it, and it's got the person's name there, and it's now just gone green, meaning it is online. There is a password on it. I don't know the password, so I am going to have to reset the device. I will go get something so I can poke the little button. Okay, so here is the AirPort. I've got a SIM ejection tool on my keys. Here it is. So I should just be able to press in the button and something should change. I'm just holding it down, see if anything happens. Let go. It's now flashing, and now it's gone green again. The light has now gone to orange, and in the AirPort utility it is now greyed out. So let's now see what we can do with this. Okay, so it is now not in the list, and up here in other Wi-Fi devices it is now available, and it has been reset. Now it is doing whatever it's doing, and we can change the name of it here. Let's change this. There we go, just changed that. I will put a password in. There we go, I'll put it in there too, creating a new network, and now it's looking for my network which is already set up, and it has now changed the settings. It is still loading, so this thing does seem to be working. And there we are, setup has now completed, and it hasn't done what I wanted it to do and changed the name. Alright, so the name has now updated and there is a number 1 next to it. It shows some information about it here. Let's click update and see if there are any updates available. It looks like it's downloading a new firmware. I think to get the best performance out of this and to fully test it, it should be on the latest firmware. So it's now preparing the update, and once it's done that, I'll come back. Okay, so I'm having a bit of a problem. It has now disappeared off here. It's not even in the other Wi-Fi devices. It came up with an error message and then it disappeared, and right now there is an orange light on it. It's now flashing and it's gone green again, but still nothing is showing up on here. So I'll restart the utility and then see what happens. So it's now come back. I'm not really sure what that was about, but it's got a green light on it and there doesn't seem to be any errors. Okay, so I'm now actually connected to the Wi-Fi network that has been made by the AirPort. It's all working in here, and I am now on YouTube, and it seems to be working just fine. As you can see, it's managing to play back this YouTube video. It's currently in 1440p. Let's put it all the way up to 4K, and there we are. It's still managing to play. It's having to load a little bit. If anything, it seems a bit slower than my usual network, but that's not a problem. That's not a problem with the actual device. It is an old piece of equipment now, but it seems to be working just fine. It's playing back this 4K video just as it should. So this thing does seem to be working. Okay, so I've now booted up my Mac Mini. I've connected it over Ethernet to the AirPort just to test out whether the Ethernet ports on the back are working. So let's open up Firefox and see. So let's just go onto YouTube, and there we go. It is loading. So it looks like the Ethernet ports on the back of this AirPort are working. So I can probably pretty confidently say that this thing is fully working and then sell it as such. I should probably test it out for a bit longer just to make sure it doesn't catch on fire or anything, but so far everything I've tested it with, it seems to do it just fine. So that will be it for this video. My testing has shown that this AirPort Extreme is working. Now I will test it more off camera, but everything I've done today has worked, and it's worked quite nicely. It's managed to make its own Wi-Fi network, and the Ethernet ports on the back seem to work too. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was interesting in some way. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this AirPort, whether I keep it and use it, or just keep it in a box, or maybe I will sell it. Who knows? But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.